What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Guess who's berserk? Let me see. Studio. Live. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It's very strange. Why does my live sometimes work, sometimes it don't? It's very strange. Very, very strange. And it's slow today. It's been acting, PC been acting weird lately. I guess it's not really the PC, it's really just the internet? I now put the name of the game in there. Uh-oh, is it peaking? Alright, that should be better. My bad. My bad. Forgot I had to change it. What up, Divine? Alright, we should be able to get started, huh? I think I have everything I need. Oh, I need one more, because the next game was, what's the next game? Yeah, gotta grab that, and then I'll be good. What up, Revel? Said I could only order the Z2 chip on 16 gig, waiting for it to come. Is it worth it or Xbox Ally better? I think you did research just like I did, Revel. We both came to the conclusion that we wanted the Legion Go too. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Because honestly, I don't have one, and I think we just kind of axed it out. We wanted something that this one had. I think that's pretty much it. I wouldn't say one's better than the other, but I know you did research. I know I did research, and we bought this one. So I think we're on the same page. You wanted the Z2, yeah. I don't know, man. It feels so weird going well, now that we in 2026, I feel like it's going to be the crappiest time to be buying PCs, be buying anything. It just feel like a terrible time to be a a tech guy or a gaming guy or whatever. It's like everybody getting cooked. So. Not good, not good, not good.
Glad to see you back at the Motorfest.
Unfortunately, this game isn't as optimized as Forza. I do like it, but while playing it, trying to get to a 60 FPS is basically like, oh, actually, I know what I gotta do. This game doesn't have a windowed full screen mode. It only has borderless, and maybe somebody know in the chat how to do it. But basically, in order for you to you can go to windowed and then go down to what you need it to be, and then essentially try to go back to borderless, but it's going to just keep popping back up to 912. So you have to like set it before you go into the game, which is kind of stupid. But if you don't set it before you go in the game, you get results like this. Basically, it cuts off half the screen. So in order for you to I don't know why this game like that, but it is, and there's no fixing it. So I messed up. I was supposed to have went down to 800p before I jumped into the game, because if you jump into the game before you do it, you'll just get this mess. So yeah, anyways, let's just go ahead and alt tab out of here real quick, and I will sorry, alt F4. Oh, it's not. Jeez, y'all really are annoying, you know that? It still ain't do it. Cook. Bye. So what I'm gonna do is go back in at 800p and then show y'all the results there, because I have so much. Same thing with this thingy. Like, I hate when that line pop up. It don't matter, but it matters to me. Like, go away. Why are you here? But yeah. No, did I do it? Did I switch to 800? I did, didn't I? Gotta love that PC gaming. So, before you start the game, you have to go 1280 by 800. Or well, I think the 1600 by 1000 is okay, but I'm gonna just show y'all what the worst case scenario is and what your performance wise you'll get, which is the 1600, the 1280 by 800, and then we can go into the other one, but it's not as performative as for Forza Horizon 5, which sucks, but you know it is what it is. Yo, yo. What's up, Afnan? How you feeling? I got the Rogue Xbox Rogue Ally, taking it back today either to get the Ally X or the Legion Go 2. I picked the Legion Go 2, but what made you want the Ally, Prometheus? The original one, the one you purchased first. What made you get it? What was the deciding factor? What do you think of the MSI Claw? Um, I think I like AMD more. I think that's it. I think they always um find a way to make their stuff more performative over time. So I just never would look at them, to be honest. It's nothing bad about them though. I just don't find them to have that performance game over time that these normally do. And these are the kind of like, I guess you're going to just have more support for these than you are going to have for others. It's kind of like the NVIDIA effect, but on handhelds. So AMD kind of been running the game for a long time. They kind of know what's good, what's not, and how to get more performance. And as they continue to go up with their, technology, it just seems like the most opportune one to buy, but it could be very much so the MSI clause okay, but I wouldn't, that would be like kind of,
Back online, driver.
I don't know, second tier to what I would want to buy most of the time is probably just some AMD stuff, honestly. But yeah, I mean, that's the only reason. I really don't have anything else. Obviously, it's not an OLED. But that's pretty much it. Like I like the Legion Go 2 and what they did. If they made one with Intel's internals, I don't really know if I'd be like, oh, this is bad or whatever. It just might more likely I still gravitate to AMD just because I know AMD, and that's about it. So nothing else to really explain it. I know what I'm getting, I suppose. You can say that. Why is the frame rate lock at 30? And then this one has a frame rate lock. So I feel like everybody that plays this game on PC got mods, to be honest. Because it's like weirdly done. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, why would they have these type of settings? Why would they have these kind of... Like, this doesn't make any sense. But...
Back to where we left off. Modern drifting technique was perfected by Japanese gearheads who raced in the mountains in order to keep city pedestrians safe. Along with suboptimal road conditions, these mountain passes are filled with hairpin turns and other challenges. Drifting is the best way to take sharp turns without losing speed. In Japan, we call these passes toge. There's even a toge style of racing. The winding mountain roads of Hawaii are as close as we could get to Japan, so we figured it would be a good place to teach you.
Oh wow, so it says it was cheap and I didn't know much about handhelds. Well, you're in the right place, Prometheus. Check out the channel. Check out the reviews. Make sure you go do some research. Check out the shorts I'll be making about the tips for handheld users. But there's important things to understand about handhelds is that, well, PC ones anyway, is that you're always going to be in maintenance mode because most of the time they still got some maintenance that has to be done. So it's not just set it and forget it. So never think that this is not a console. You also going to want to make sure you're understanding that PCs are going to have roadblocks. They'll have issues sometimes where you're going to be like, why is this even occurring? You got to have an understanding of how a PC works in order to have a good time with a PC. Unless you go the route of most people, and just go to Steam OS or something like that. You got to kind of have an understanding of how PCs work and why they could be like, oh, this game won't boot right now. Why is it not booting? And then you got to do some research. Reddit is your friend. Go sign up for the Reddit Legion Go 2 subreddit. I'm almost certain you'll find good information there. Sometimes people just talking about how they love their Legion Go 2, fine. But then there's other stuff where they actually updating. So I don't know, maybe you could set up your filters to kind of filter out the crap or not the stuff that's not really informative, but more so people just praising the device. But also just go look at their stuff. That's my kind of like, to start off, if you're going to be buying one, go get in the Reddit. Make sure you're watching out for updates, crap like that. I want the Steam Deck 2 so bad. Come on, Val. Yeah, I kind of want the Steam Deck 2, but I want them to be able to play everything as well. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of mad about that. Like, they got the best OS, but it has limitations, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Start. But I still love my Steam Deck. That's why I keep it around. It's not going nowhere. It will be here until they come out with the Steam Deck 2, and then I just upgrade. You don't need two. That's my problem. I don't need two. But I don't know. I just like the pick up and go feel of the Steam Deck.
Alright, it's just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole Festival Euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what Toge is all about. Relax. I've seen what you can do. Plus, I'll give you some tips on the way. Key to Toge is being able to balance the brake and gas pedal at every turn. One wrong move and you're out.
I can see that. Oh.
This technique isn't easy, but when you pull it off, you feel like the greatest driver alive. And the coolest.
Oh my goodness. Trash.
Tonight your ride is
So do you not use the e-brake, or do you just use the regular brake?
Lightweight, compact, a
That
single
makes sense.
engine, and one hell of a look. That's Tanana's car, and she seems pretty confident you can beat me with it. Let's prove her wrong.
Like, I don't get it. I guess I don't need to use the e-brake.
There's a tunnel coming. It gets tricky at high speed. Make sure you don't lose control. Wow, not so fast.
Is that what you say when I scrape your paint? Not so fast. Boy, I'd be cussing you out. Oh, suck.
And now all the way down. That's the best and also the toughest part, so stay sharp. Careful, buddy.
It's GG, no Riri. GG's. He already. I ain't even seeing the headlights no more. I mean the tail lights. Please.
Just a few more laces and this is it. Come on, show me some real toge driving.
Yeah.
Keep your driving steady.
Oh, shut up, bro. If I wasn't looking at your tail lights, I wouldn't be so trash right now. I'm cooked. Good stuff. Oh, I had nitrous? Oh, I didn't even know. I came in second. I had to win the race. Trash. I'm still waiting till SteamOS come out for the Legion Go 2, but even in Windows mode, it's a beast. Honestly, I would sell for a Steam Deck that's the same, but with more powerful SoC. I tested Final Fantasy 14. It's doing good.
It's just you and me this time. Why don't we put the whole festival euphoria on hold for a while and get a proper face-off? Let me show you what toge is all about. Relax. I've seen what you can do. Plus, I'll give you some tips on the way. Is being able to balance the brake and gas pedal at every turn. One wrong move and you're out. This technique isn't easy, but when you pull it off, you feel like the greatest driver alive. And the coolest.
These spikes is weird. I don't know.
Tonight your ride is a 3rd Gen 2002 Mazda RX-7. Lightweight, compact, a sick rotary engine, and one hell of a look. That's Tanana's car, and she seems pretty confident you could beat me with it. Let's prove her wrong.
Oh. Can I go to my options real quick? Because, this is the display, this is the, wait, where's their, oh, tripping. So we at high, medium, geometry medium, vegetation medium. I think we have all medium settings with depth of field being low and rear mirrors on. What would get us to 60? I like my biometrics. What else? I guess we don't need motion blur, but I like a little motion blur. Alright, let's turn that off. Oh, that's depth of field. Tripping. That's fine. We're not even in the best SSAL. We're in like, okay, let's keep that. Screen spaces is low, which is fine. We need a mirror. Jesus, y'all really doing the most. Shadows. I prefer full shadows. Make the game look next gen, not crappy. We can go low on this one. I wonder if that's not gonna be enough though. Texture filtering might be the next, but let's see. And we already had 25 TDP, so this is not like this ain't Horizon, that's for sure.
There's a tunnel coming. It gets tricky at high speed. Make sure you don't lose control.
It really didn't do much. I just want those spikes to stop. So I can technically feel, I don't know if I can see them or I can feel them, but something I can notice it happening. And I don't know if it's traversal, but at the same time, now that I went through this already, I shouldn't see them anymore.
So. And now all the way down. That's the best and also the
so it's got to be something else.
Sharp.
Oh, don't we have a, sorry, I keep pausing it, but I need to figure out the, I thought we had one. Am I tripping? Yeah, render scale. They don't got a dynamic resolution, I think. I think they just got the render scale. We can go down to 0.95, 0.90. But it's already at 800p, that's... Let's see.
Just a few more laces and this is it. Come on, show me some real tollgate driving.
Yeah.
Conclude the first half of that playlist.
Appreciate the follow. Is this the 32 gig RAM? Yes. Sorry, blank for a minute. 32 gig RAM. Z2 Extreme. It's a tough one, and plus I don't like how blurry it is, so those settings ain't gonna work for me. Sorry. Maybe if we do
All warmed up? How about a full-on drift event?
I gotta get real close. Hold on. See, though, it's the spikes. It's not really the game, it's the spikes. But this is like, I don't know. Not great. That's for sure. We're already at 800p. I'm not playing on low settings. No, I refuse. I refuse. I bet that don't even do nothing. That's how poorly optimized the game is. Oops. Because I don't think it's like a... So right now we have custom... I gotta write that down. I'll take a picture of it. That's what I'll do. It's not that hard, but pretty sure I was just at medium settings with let's go all low. Garbage. We're gonna turn SSA off. We're gonna leave that on. Let's leave that as our one nice thing, I suppose. I bet you don't change nothing. I knew it. I knew it wasn't gonna change
right
nothing.
on the coast, and the view of the ocean is stunning. At least that's what my databases tell me. Again, I'm just a robot.
Do I have to restart it?
I hope you like the RX-7, because you'll be driving it again during this challenge. Except this time, she'll be waiting for you all modded and upgraded. You've seen traditional Japan. Now it's time to enter the modern age. Be prepared. The contrast is stunning.
I guess low settings aren't terrible. But what is that stuttering? Where is it traversal? I love doing donuts in this game. Scat pack. Gotta give me a wall. Something with scat packing. Stop playing with me. Get out of my way. I'm trying to think, like, Low settings aren't the worst, but they are, in my opinion, still. But let's go and restart the game just to make sure that it's getting the performance gain that we expected to get, because now we are at low settings, 800p, which is a lot, to be honest. I mean, we run it. That's the difference between optimization people. You got the Crew Motorfest, and then you got Forza Horizon 5. That's the gold standard. That's why when you play those PlayStation games and those Xbox games, you be like, dang, these mods run well, because the gold standard for optimization, you go for Forza Horizon 5 at high settings, getting that to at least 80 FPS, and then you go to this, it's low settings, and you barely hit 60. Just the difference. And you got higher resolutions. It's a difference. But for those that enjoy this game, I haven't played it, but it seems like it's okay. I just haven't played it. I think it might be a good one. Windows trash. Yeah, I gotta stop blaming Windows for everything. I understand it. I mean, they the corporate monsters, but Playground did it. Can't blame everything on Windows. It's like, I get it, you know, the corporate overlords, but sometimes you just gotta call a spade, man. But you know what? If I could blame one thing for all my problems, I'd probably do the same. But it's just not the truth. Appreciate the follow, Jose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like this is overly bright. Y'all let me know if it's overly bright. Let's get in here. Let's try this again.
Good to see you back again.
And again, we're at 25 TDP. So this is not a 20 TDP game. At least in my experience.
Back to where we left off.
I don't feel like I got any performance game. We're just sitting still. And I guarantee you if I went back to medium settings, I would still be sitting at 55. Let's see. Video. We got 100% scaling. Let me remember, because I don't remember where I was at. I think I was just at mostly medium, all medium settings. I don't really need depth of field. SSSAO, the screen space was low, and this was low. What? Where did this kit come from? Nani? Oh, somebody in my... Bro, stop being annoying, bro. I can't stand people. Alright, so... 49... Oh, I guess he just got spawned in too. Never mind. That's my fault. 50, 49... Okay, so we do lose some performance by going to medium. Of course, that's which is expected. But it's not significant enough, let me see, to get us to 60 either. So if we go all the way back to low, we'll probably be around 55. Right now we're at 50 or 49-ish. Right, at 25 TDP. Yeah, we're at like 48, 49. What happens when we switch the because we don't have an option for any like upscaling either, so it's really just a, you know, resolution scaler. And if we go down to 85, let's see what that looks like blurry wise. Way too blurry for me. Yeah, that's way too blurry. People, y'all can do that though. I would say I wouldn't, but you can do that. So that's the way you would get to your, just go to low, and switch it to like 85. Well, it gets you closer to that 60. I think when I went to low, it changed the resolution scaler, so maybe. No, it's 85 still. TAA turned TFXA. I mean TAA plus FXAA, so it's TAA. Let's go back to that one. And then everything else is low. Motion blur, which is fine.
drift event.
Yeah, just compromising too much for me. I think the 800 at 100% scale is better, and I'm okay with losing them frames to get to it. I don't like the spikes. And we got VRR, but the spikes are still there regardless of whatever I do. So I would leave it at 800p, go to low settings, but honestly, no. Y'all already know how I feel. 60 is, I feel like 60 is mandatory in racing games though, so this is my settings for 60. But the settings I would actually play the game at and not really care about it is not this. It would probably be an adjustment of like medium, and medium settings with the 800p. That'd probably be mine, and I'd probably go down to TAA. But I like the resolving of TAA plus FXAA. So that'll be how I play it. I'll probably lock it to 50, and that'll be it. I wouldn't really do much else. And I get it, it's not 60, but it will for sure feel like it. As long as the spikes aren't there, I don't really care. But this game got spikes. And every time you see that pop up on my frame time, you know it's a spike or whatever.
The airport is right on the coast, and the view of the ocean is stunning. At least that's what my database.
Like the smaller ones, you're not gonna feel.
I'm just a robot.
But that fat one that you see up top, it almost hit the whole thing. Let's see what we can do if we let's see what happens if we were to lock the frame time. Unfortunately, we can't do much. I understand if you want the 60, you can get there. I'm not gonna play it like that. So I'll show y'all what I'll do, and then you can just go to low settings, 800p. Cool. Nobody's objecting. I really could go down to 45s. Maybe that'd be more stable. But it's cool. But yeah. Give it a little overhead. Maybe we'll stop seeing the spikes, but I just saw one pop up on the frame time. Let's go play a match. It sucks that we can't get to a 60 without compromising so much, and you don't even still get to the 60. That's how you know it's not optimized.
I hope you like the RX-7, because you'll be driving it again during this challenge. Except this time, she'll be waiting for you all modded and upgraded. You've seen traditional Japan, now it's time to enter the modern age. Be prepared, the contrast is stunning.
Dang. What is that? There's some weird in having it in the skybox. I want to do this because I don't want to restart and have to come back over here. It says, do you keep your Legion Go plugged in when playing every time? No, I'm streaming. So I have it docked and I have like a PC keyboard and all that stuff. So it needs to be plugged in. Oh yeah, I'm always up this early, so I stream at. You say you up early testing? No, it's I usually stream from 9 a.m. to 12 on the weekends. Because I gotta get it out the way before I start my day, and then start my day more so start my day, I suppose. And then on the weekdays it's 5 p.m. because it's right after work. So normal schedule. Jose, it said, is it true battery life sucks on these? The battery life is subjective. Doesn't suck for me, but it might suck for you. What's a bad battery life for you? We'll start there.
Hey, Hotshot, it's me, Hinata. Incredible, you did beat Hayato in that Toge duel. I knew it. There's something about you. Hayato is one of the best racers I know. Kudos. And now, welcome to my playground, the drift track.
Bruh. Trash. Alright, bro.
As you already know, drifting was born in Japan. That is where you'll find the biggest drifting scene and some of the best drifting spots, of course. Like, the ABC circuit is one of the most famous places in the world for drifting. Designed by drifters, for drifters. Who knows? Maybe Motorfest will get you drifting there someday.
Does it feel like it's just stuttering to y'all? Or am I tweaking? There's
How
something.
do you feel about my modded RX-7?
There's this effect
Temporary
that's
still
happening on these
elegant.
things
Is my RX-7 2.0
that's
for
just
you?
not
Because
pleasing to the
Japanese car culture
eye.
isn't only famous for its drifting history,
What the
it also
heck?
brought modded cars to another level, among many other things.
Or is 50 FPS just a bad target? I don't see no spikes, but I just see like this.
Come on, you're
It's
almost
this
done.
flickering
Push
effect.
that
Oh
thing
my
to its
god,
limit.
it's gonna.
You have my permission.
I can't. Why is it flickering like that? What is happening? Bro, that was so bad. Maybe texture filtering? Still happening. Oh. Let's go. Options. We're about to go that. We're about to take it to the mix. Take it to the mix. It can't be a shadows thing. Oh, what the heck is that? Is it a shadows thing? Let's go back down to medium. Shadows. High. Let's go to ultra real quick. It can't be environments. Maybe it's the volumetric thing. We're gonna try one at a time. That didn't fix it. Maybe it's the ambient inclusion. We'll wait. Let's just do this one. Ain't nothing gonna fix this flicker. What could be causing that? Yo, it's disgusting. Maybe it's the TAA? No, you can literally still see it jumping right now. It's gotta be something with their resolving. That junk is disgusting. I guess maybe we can't fix it. Maybe it's not something that can be fixed. I think the only thing we didn't try was ambient occlusion. Oh, maybe it's the screen space. Maybe if we turn them off, let's see what happens. Oh, I tried two things at once, didn't I? Still didn't fix it though. Yeah, okay. I have no clue what could be causing that to be like extremely jittery. Let's just go to Ultra for a second and see if it fixes it. Nope, still there. How is it still so performative at Ultra? Maybe because we're in this mode and we're not like.
Hey, Hotshot, it's me, Hinata. Incredible, you did beat Hayato in that Toby duel. I knew it. There's something about you. Hayato is one of the best racers I know. Kudos. And now, welcome to my playground, the drift track.
I don't really see no big difference in the Ultra versus Medium, to be honest. They just made the floor wetter. They said more rain. I don't really see no difference. And they be faking it with these Ultra settings, bro. I think the underbelly is, but no, I remember seeing that too. I have no clue what they did at Ultra. Maybe when we get to the bigger part of the city, we'll see a difference. But right now, I don't see nothing. Woo!
Come on, you're almost done. Push that beauty to its limit. You have my permission. Drifting is a popular racing style in Japan, but drag racing also gets its fair share of gearheads. There's a drag spot set up not too far from here.
The difference between Ultra and Medium is 10 FPS. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. What's the difference between high?
This will be a quick one.
Nothing. It's hitting our 50 FPS target. It's got less headroom. It was at 91% GPU. Now it's at 95%. So when we have taxing situations like people, it can see a higher dips. There's clearly something wrong with the pacing of these. There's something wrong with the pacing. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something. It's almost as if everything is, the background is stutter stepping. I don't know why though. Is it because of the frame rate limit? I don't know. That's just weird. I can see it like happening. If y'all can't see it, I just look at the like the horizon line, right? When you look at the line and I do like a donut or something, I can clearly see that there is something happening every time I move. It's as if that's resolving at a different pace than the actual visual in front. I don't know why. And I don't think it's just the freaking, I mean, it could be just the what's the name too, but I mean the SSAO and stuff, or texture filtering, but that don't make sense. I wonder if it was doing that before. Let me take the cap back off, because maybe it's just a bad optimized game, and it's not something I did necessarily. I'll take the frame rate off. Let's go back in here. Nah. I mean, I guess that's just the filtering, but it looks like, I don't know, it looks weird. I guess since I can get away with high settings, I'll leave it at high and just throw on a 50 FPS cap or a 45 FPS cap, to be honest, just so, because I don't trust this game to, it just don't have like what I would thought it would have in regards to optimization. It just don't have any real good settings. So in order to protect yourself from getting into a match or something and then you got like crazy dips or whatever, I do it at 45, but at the same time I like 60 FPS in these type of games, so I'm gonna have to change my recommended. Okay, we're not gonna do that again. Okay, we got it. I'm not doing it again though. Okay. So there's two options here. This is what I'll say. This game isn't really that optimized, so you really don't have any like fallback. You can keep it at 1280 by 800, drop the rendering scale to 75, turn everything to low. That is your 60 FPS experience at 25 TDP. Me, if I'm just playing this game casually, I'm not playing it online, I will be okay with the 45 FPS or 50 with tweaking of the quality settings, maybe going back down to medium, because I'm not seeing like a huge difference between high, medium, or ultra. There's not really like a significant change, in my opinion, enough to be like, oh, keep it on high, keep it on low. It's like all this stuff just looks the same to me. So I would just keep it on medium, and then obviously you're just going to see this a lot. Whatever this effect is, this like ghosting because of the anisotropic filtering. I thought I'd turn it up to high. That would fix it. It doesn't fix anything, so I'm assuming that's just how that resolves it. I tried TAA. Nothing seems to resolve the flicker. And maybe it's a reset that you got to do, but it doesn't seem like that is the case. Everything just doesn't seem to resolve it better. just keeps flashing. So I don't know if it's a headlight thing or what, but it's very annoying and very persistent. I could probably try to look it up and see if there's a way to stop it. But that would be my settings. Medium. Drop the frame time, or drop the render scale to 85. And you should have a 60 most of the time with spikes, because these spikes are not stopping. Whatever they are, they're there, they're persistent. It's annoying. I don't even know how to like solve for that. So it's a tough one to recommend to play anyway on this thing, because it's just like, why is there so many weird things? Like it just shouldn't have it happen all the time, but it is. But yeah, that's what I would do if I was trying to play this game for real. I would just do those. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, I got this one. And I could be just nitpicking because I played Forza Horizon. But yeah, doesn't seem like a greatly optimized situation here. But you can get close enough. We got VR, I suppose. I just don't. Maybe the more you play it, the more those stutters go away. I mean, it's not like I was seeing them as much as I'm seeing them before, but it seemed like every time I hit a corner or something, or do something different, or see something different, I don't know if it's that or what, but it just seemed like it's constantly doing like a stutter step. It's not as often as it to be annoying, but it's often enough for me to notice it. So, if that makes sense. All right, let's move on. Again, I guess for the video, let me do this one more time. 2 sets of settings. One setting is for 60 FPS gameplay, you can drop this down to a 85. Keep it at 1280 by 800. You have to do it before you jump into the game. If you don't set your resolution before you jump into the game, it's not going to work, because they only have borderless and window mode. Another interesting choice. Next, drop all of these down to low. You can probably get away with medium still, but you're still going to be fluctuating instead of like being super close to 60. I would say go to low. It doesn't look super different if you keep SSAL on, because again, I guess the low to ultra is like I don't see a big difference. So go to low, keep SSAA on, and you'll be all right. You'll probably get around the 60 at 25 TDP. But my settings that I would play it at right now would be to keep this at 100% to keep the sharpness there. Put everything to medium and bump up texture filtering ultra, and that'd be it. So, all right, let's move on. What is the next game? Oh, I know. I gotta adjust. Oh, what's this? Properties? Yeah. Where is it? I just downloaded it. I just hit the download button. Where are you? Where are thou? It's weird. It's not in here. They're not gonna let me, like, what's the name of it again? Maybe I just put it in a different folder now. No, I kind of like this folder, but why can't I find it? Can I search? Oh, okay. No. Why can't I find it? I really hate. Sort by date. Thank you. Date. Sort by date. Are you not sorting? There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Can y'all see that? That's the next game. Yeah. Yeah, we good. Okay. Cool. It's in the middle. I don't like how they don't give you an indicator of the middle. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Avowed. Did you upgrade from the 1 terabyte? I upgraded to the 4 terabyte as well. Come on. None of you gonna work. Only you, huh? Well, what happens when I turn you off? Still can't sign in? Cool. That makes sense about. Bro, I don't know how they do their prioritization. It's so Frustrating. Play. Now that I put you into mouse mode, come on, Mr. Let's see what you can do here. Can you please cooperate and let me use my wireless controller? You finna make me mad, Obsidian. Y'all the only ones doing it. Ain't no way. There's multiple connections here. Ain't no way you're not gonna let me play. This is crazy. Y'all are insane, you know that? Y'all don't even have a reason to be doing this. Gotta freaking love it. Yeah. Start the whole thing. Fine. That's how y'all want to play it. Technical difficulties. Avowed Microsoft app would not allow me to use any of the 3 external controllers I have plugged up right now. They want me to use the Legion Ghost controllers. Even though it's in FPS mode, it just still wants me to use these bad boys. And I don't want to. So I'm going to restart it, leave them in FPS mode, and hopefully one of the 3 controllers I have plugged in will allow me to play and run some games. So that is what's happening as of now. Where did you guys find these? I can't find in stock. Ooh, salty. Yeah, so I got this immediately once it became available. Well, it was more of like a pre-order. So, I think what it was like 3 months before it came out. So it was a while ago. Quite a while ago. Let's see. So I pre-ordered, and that's kind of how I was able to get it. Come on, Avowed. Don't be annoying. Price drop? Uh-oh. He said, I can't wait for a price drop. A price drop is crazy. In this economy? I don't know, man. They can barely keep them in stock. They're not in stock. And then with the coming of the AI, I don't see this thing getting a price drop per se. I think all of the Z1 and all the old stuff is probably going to be it's probably going to be one of those that's going to see all like the big production that's going to allow them to kind of ramp up. I think people are going to just start buying the Z1 Extreme versions, but I don't think these are going to get a price drop anytime soon. Let alone be in stock. He said, "Yeah, I know, but I can dream." You're right. My bad. This was also a 25 TDP game for me. Because I wanted to stay at a lock 40 or at least close to a lock 40. But as you will see when I get into combat, we still got some tinkering to do. Because combat still sees it buckle. And they kicked me off my live again. Hold on, we gotta get our TikTok brethren back in here. Something happened per usual. Alright, there we go. It could also 100% be shaders. Just showing too much new stuff too quickly. I could have sworn this one was a part of for the Rogue Ally. I could be wrong though. I thought it was. Oh no! My team went down. Bro, why they so strong? Hold on, cuz. Hold on, cuz. Get up, girl. Oh no, he went down too?
Watch your right.
Get up, good. Dang. Man, get up. Appreciate the follow, Donkey Kong. I know you feeling good about that Bonanza coming. That came out. The reception was amazing. Why is everybody trying to... Let me go this right for a second. Oh yeah. I didn't show y'all the settings, did I? Let me start off with... Window, frame rate unlimited, first person field of view, 80, motion blur 20, VSync is off, ray tracing is off. We're using temporal super resolution at 68%. NVIDIA reflex on latency is off. HDR, it's on. We're at 1000 nits with 500 HDR contrast. We got anti-aliasing is at high, view distance at medium, shadow quality is high, texture is medium, shading is low, effects is low, foliage is medium, post-processing is low, reflections are low, and then we have global illumination at low. And oh yeah, so I'll show you the, yeah, with window full screen, we're at 1280 by 800. Not him ducking and weaving. Resistant to it? Dang. What is attacking me? Lordy, bro, I got trapped. What resolution am I playing at? I am playing at 800p on this one. It does have the which I need to make sure is actually doing it, which I didn't. Nope, it's not. But I use RSR, and Radeon Super Resolution is a service or software that basically upscales it to 1200p. But it's not working right now because it's in window full screen. Interesting. Because I can clearly see that it's not running at... It's at 30 now. So it's right now it's running at 1200p. For some reason. Probably because I switched it to that other one. Is this another one of those games that can't run at the 1200 at the RSR? Interesting. Okay. Zupa found that 800p to be hilarious. Glad I can make you laugh, man.
He's also...
Is it worth the purchase looking for the best handheld? That is... that's a subjective... is it worth it to me? Yeah, I can say, I can speak for myself. I don't know if it'd be worth it for you. Because unfortunately, it's subjective. It's not like one size fits all type situation. I think the Steam Deck is the closest one to that, where anybody that purchased one would probably still enjoy it. But all this stuff is subjective. Bro, he is cooking. Why am I not going? I'm in two minds about getting a Legion Go. Legion Go 1 or Legion Go 2? Birdie. Cold World, you can check out the channel. You can go to my YouTube. Plenty of I guess you can use them as references. So my optimized settings videos. I got over 60 now. Check a few out. Check out some games you might want to play. Make a decision from there about great graphics. But from what I hear, it's hard to get one anyway. Well, I guess not from what I hear, it's what I see as well. And obviously I need to go somewhere else because I'm getting cooked. Obviously I'm not prepared. I'm not paying attention enough. And I'm getting smacked by all these enemies. I don't even know what mission I was on. I played this in last March, I believe, or April. I don't even remember where I'm at. But we ain't going up there, that's for sure. Oh no, that's it. Never mind. Let's go this way. I mean, but it is a good stress test. Because What I want to see is if it can hold a 40, and it looks like it's fluctuating up and down. Why is everything higher than me? Where am I? How did I get here? Let me go to my freaking map, my journal. Okay, where am I? I'm in Thirdborn? Wait, where am I? Okay, I'm in Thirdborn. Maybe I came here too quickly. One last drink. Can I travel here? Oh, I can. Interesting.
Someone eat my special cheese.
Cheese? No, not me.
Listening to Yardsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else. Well, don't you think it's a little convenient? You need to go somewhere no one ever goes, and here she is to show you the way. If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then. I don't know. Just following a lady who says she knows something about the garden just seems crazy to me. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
Guy, can I borrow? The dream scourge is getting worse. First our land, then our animals. Now our people. If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands. I keep trying, and the world keeps punishing me for it. As if the dream scourge wasn't enough of a problem, the adherents are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us. They're here to exploit our weakness. Agreed. They can no longer hide in the shadow of benevolence. It's too bad. We're fighting for our lives, our souls, and our freedom. I don't know if we can win all three. You really think so? My apologies for acting cynical, but it feels as if nature, politics, and even the very gods are working against us. I don't appreciate being backed into a corner, but here I am. Until next time. Would you ever consider using animancy at sea?
Nope. Too unpredictable.
But surely...
DX, what's going on? He said, how is the performance so far? You talking about this game or in general? This game seems to have a lot of fluctuations. And it's at 25 TDP. But I'm not at low settings. I'm at settings that I want it to be at, so it could potentially be a lot smoother if I was to drop it all down to low.
dead bear nourishes the path. We ponder, dream of shifting sands now. We will seek again.
You referring to stutters, DX? You wouldn't be able to see input latency. You're talking about stutters, right? Yeah, the stutters are there for sure. For sure. This is the Z2 version. My bad, SVG. The Z2 Extreme version. So let's drop it all the way down to the worst settings, as usual. See what that looks like. We are using TSR instead of FSR because it just resolves better. But we're gonna let. This is what I have it at right now. So we got high, anti-aliasing, view distance is medium, shadows is high, textures is medium, everything, and then we have foliage at medium. Everything else is at low. So we're gonna drop everything to low and see how that goes. We're gonna keep anti-aliasing at high. So that's just gotta resolve. It might need a reset, but we'll see. Now with everything at low, this is what you're getting. At like 51-ish, 54. $52, and it's at 25 TDP. Not bad, but not good either. It needs to be to a 60. I'm gonna play at the most. Let's go find a fight. Where are we? Let's go find a fight in the map. Oh, we can go here. Can I put a marker? Oh, not the same. Not that. I want to place a pin. Is this not my current class? I just bought a Steam Deck a week ago. Should I have saved up and got something else? No, I mean, I think the Steam Deck is great. I think the Steam Deck is really great. Which one you get, the OLED? I said, yeah. Does it look better in person, like this or that other Legion Go? I'm not sure if it would look better per se in person, but I mean, you're not going to have the visual of what you're seeing on, you're not going to have like anything occurring that could cause the visual to be different from streaming, the stream, your network, you know, having to resolve the image again because it's still got to do all of the reconstruction over the stream. So I would say 100% is always going to look better, but I don't know what you mean by better, as in like, is it going to look sharper in person, or is it going to be like more visual flair? The visual flair will be the same. I guess it's just more so you're not going to have to, it's basically the same thing as you watching a trailer online or something. Once you start playing the game, same thing happened with Ghost of Yote. You can watch a trailer all you want, and then when you actually play it on your screen, you got the HDR going, you got your OLED, whatever the case may be, it's going to look better. So I think that's going to apply for everything, CBC. One second, I got to fix my where is it? There it is. Interact. There you go. And let's zoom back in. So I don't know why I zoomed out. Like this or that other Legion Go, the OLED. Okay, nice. You got that. I mean, I guess it depends on what you like in, you know, your gaming experience, because a PC handheld and a Steam Deck, I feel like, yeah, they're same thing, but the Steam Deck is just way more refined for just a gaming experience than a Legion Go 2 or something else would be. Like they still gonna play the same thing. They're gonna be the same. They're not gonna work the same. Obviously, it's gonna have, this has more power, but it just depends on like type of person you are, whether you prefer to be tinkering all the dang on time, or you just want to play some games. So this here is, yeah, I don't like this. So these are basically what you'll be getting at everything at low, which, yeah, I don't really, not really fond of. I keep shading, and then I just do foliage at medium. It'll take a minute, but this is what I prefer to play at, and then I would just lock it to 40. You could potentially because I just don't feel like it looks good at all low settings, and I feel like there's plenty of headroom here still, because we're still at 51. It's not like we're dropping drastically, you know what I mean? So it's not like a bad thing, to be honest. So I would say I would keep these settings the same right here. Drop it to 40 FPS lock, or lock the frame time, and play it like that. But 25 TDP is a lot for a game, which tells me that, yeah, it's not the greatest optimized, especially for a small open world. It's not like a large open world like that. This shouldn't be the case, but it looks nice, and it's, even though it's blurry in the background area, it's like up close. Anything up close and personal is resolves really well. So I guess what I would say is that maybe we could turn off not motion blur, but depth of field. I think we got depth of field on, but I don't know. Let me see. No, we don't. We just have on, I think we have motion blur on. Yeah. That's only 20%, so that should be okay. Yeah. I'll leave it uncapped for now. because you're gonna see dips, and I think the only thing that I would change, because these dips are, it's like they're gonna force me to play it in a certain way. Like that cannot be that taxing. It just can't. Can't be that taxing. For them to be tripping like that. Alright, we're gonna restart it. See if we get some performance back. And then we're gonna keep going. This is the Legion Go 2 32 gig. Bought one a week ago. Oh yeah. How long is your wait? Or at least what they saying your delivery time gonna be. It'd suck if this is a 30 FPS game, but I don't see no other way around it. Maybe we can get to 1000p at that point. But it just drops. I don't understand the issue here. It's very annoying. Let's see. And we're not even combat. So I feel like it is a 30 FPS game. I don't want to, I mean, the only other way I can think of is if we drop everything to low again and play like that. We drop everything to low. I don't think resolving for a higher resolution will make any difference. Like, what do y'all think? I don't think the resolution gonna make a difference. I mean, it's gonna look sharper, but let's see. It's definitely sharper, but I wonder if we were to let's go all the way down low. Everything low. Dang, what the heck happening? Ooh. Oh, you had to pop in. Got it. Even then, it's still not like it's a 30 FPS game, dog. 30. It is what it is. And post processing too. That's not enough. This need to be at 40. I mean, like 45ish at all times right now. If I was to switch this to 30 FPS, it'd still be dropping. So what did I up? I upped the post processing. The foliage was the same. Anti-aliasing was the same. Turn off motion blur. Oh, no. No. I am not one of them. I like me a little motion blur in my game. Y'all be getting motion sick. I don't know what the heck that junk be. I don't know why people got a vendetta against motion blur. I can see depth of field, but motion blur, come on. I don't know what the vendetta is there. You know what? To each their own. But I prefer motion blur on. Not high, but on. What else? I guess we can go back down to 800. We're already at 68. This game is very taxing, it seems like. And it's already at 25 TDP, which is even worse. And blurry. Ma'am, get out the way. Okay, let's go here. Let's go down to 80. Let's go up to 80. I'm trying to see if, like, yeah, that'll be fine. Sorry, it's a 30 FPS game, guys. I don't find it. If you want to play it unlocked, go right ahead. I think that this is more of like a traversal stutter because it's Unreal Engine and shader compilation issues. Because every time I see something new, but it's also traversal because I get a dip. And I don't like that. You can't do nothing about traversal. You can't do anything about any of these things I'm talking about. But you can at least smooth out the overall experience. Like, I don't know. The lower you go on the FPS, the I guess quicker it feels, because you know it's a difference when you have a low CPU. You have to just lower the FPS and it feels, I guess, supposedly better, but you would think it'd be the opposite. You go higher, you'll get it, but nope, it's not actually, because you're dropping a lot of milliseconds when you feel that dip. So the lower you go, it's like it resolves faster. I don't know I forget where I learned that from, but it doesn't matter. The point is that it's a 30 FPS game, and that's what I'm gonna do it at. 60 FPS is simple. You just gotta probably jump this mug up to 35 TDP, drop everything to low, keep it at 68% percentage wise, and you'll probably get like a 60 FPS experience. I just don't find that to be ideal, and combat is probably gonna still cook you, and you're probably gonna be at like 45ish anyway. So I don't know. This game seems like not that well optimized. It's Unreal Engine, of course, but I thought they did a better job than this. It feels similar to Outer Worlds too. So maybe they didn't do a better job. Riverton. doing global. Tripping. Not global. Where's the Avowed? This can't be Avowed. Shift add. I thought I added it already. I didn't? Huh. Okay. Well, I didn't know. We gotta go find something to fight. Oh. What? Just one thing.
That was a close one.
Ooh. Oh, these guys are strong. Oh. Oh, they done caught on to your boy. Guys, come over here. Let's run away for a second. There we go. I need some juicy juice. Whoa, what are you hitting me with? Spiders? Where y'all come from? Bro, how do you... Oh my goodness, I'm about to get cooked. Let me go into the void. Drink my juicy juice. Hold on. See, we still getting to a 29. That's crazy. FPS shooter, FPS gameplay at 30, whatever. This is what we have come to. Yeah, I mean,
Climate does not agree with me. At least it's a dry.
3 things you can count on here. Sand, monsters, and more sand.
yeah. No, we ain't at high settings. We are, I'm about to move on too, because I got to. But this is the overall, we're at and this is for the video, so I'm gonna cut it right here. All right, so we're at windowed, full screen, frame limit, unlimited. First person is 80, third person is 80. Motion blur is 20. VSync is off. Ray tracing is off. Upscaling is at the TSR super resolution. We are at 80% on the TR screen percentage, so it's even lower than 800p. It's kind of 80% of that. And then we got reflex low latency that's off. We don't have a NVIDIA card, obviously. HDR is on. Our calibration is at 1000 at 500. I don't think I showed y'all my gamma, but it's at 1.28. And then we went down here and we went with anti-aliasing is at high, went view distance medium, shadow medium, textures medium, shading effects low, foliage is medium, post-processing is low, reflections are low, global illumination is low. That is my recommended settings for a 30 FPS experience at 25 TDP. Because I'm saying 25 TDP is because literally this game is still heavy. So you need a 25 TDP in order to kind of overcome combat and at least staying at a stable 30. If you want a 60, and you can try because this thing gets up to 45 normal, normally I would go to 35 TDP and I would lower the resolution back down to 67. 67 is a sweet spot for me in regards to being able to still be visible but not too blurry. With TSR on, I would do that. You can possibly get to like 60 when you're not in combat, maybe 55-ish when you're not in combat, and then you're probably going to be fluctuating between 40 and 47 during combat. That is the best you can literally get out of this. For me, obviously going to all low settings as well. That's what you'll get. I'm just not doing that. I feel like a 30 FPS experience is fine, especially with this type of game. But you know, you want to at least have some visual flair to kind of make sure you feel like you're playing a next gen game. If you go all the way to low, it's gonna look like an old game to me. So that is my settings, my recommendation, and we're gonna move on. Exit to desktop and complete. Next game. One more. Got one more and I'm gone. I'm gone for the day. Let me see. Which game was it? Oh yeah, it was Need for Speed. Boom, 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 boom. Because I was supposed to do racing games today. Is this uneven? Is it uneven? Say it ain't so. I guess it's not uneven. Is it uneven? Can't tell. I gotta swap that out for the Need for Speed Unbound. Unbound. Now this was my favorite racing game. I think 2 years ago. Like, I really love this game. And I know it had A$AP Rocky in it and everything, but still a fun game. I don't know why they decided to put him in it, but it doesn't matter. The game was fun. And I like the story. The story wasn't bad either. I wonder if it's bad because of no, it's not bad because of Windows 11. It's bad because of poor optimization. If it was Windows 11, everything would be bad on Windows 11. Now you can overcome poor optimization with better frame time limits, being able to get to SteamOS stuff. But no. I don't like Windows as much as the next person, but it's not always them or that. I gotta switch this logo, and then we can go and play. Okay. Let's go. I already tested Warzone VB. You don't even know, but I tested it. It's on my channel. You can check it out. Still my settings. Still what I recommend. Do I recommend you play that game? Hell no. I'm sorry. The game is butt cheeks. But if you want to test it out, you want to look at it, go play. It's on my channel. But man, do I hate that game. It's not as a bad game. It's just like there's so many better games right now than that Warzone. And I think people just gotta attach to it because that game is like, I don't know. It's just like it's that bad for me. I tested it though. I did do the testing. All right, let's go. Dang.
Sorry about that.
Alright, so this game was tough too because it didn't have a good 20 TDP settings. It only had good 25 TDP settings. And it's really not, I don't know. It's just one of those things where some games just require a little bit more juice and they're not going to run so efficiently on this system. So you gotta give it that 25 TDP. So this one was one of those as well, where I did have to go to 25 TDP in order for it to get to a 60 FPS experience, mostly 60 FPS, and resolving it going to that 1600 by 1000. VSync was off. We did use FSR2 at quality with upscaler sharpening at 50%. HDR mode is auto and the graphics are at low, unfortunately. And there is no way for me to go in and actually switch settings individually. It's either going to be low or medium or high. There's no real in between here. Oh, actually, no, I'm tripping. There was the custom. There we go. This is actually going to help a lot because we wanted textures at medium, shadows at this, texture filtering at high, ambient occlusion is at We're gonna just use HBAL. Effect detail is gonna be at low. Geometry is at medium. Terrain, low. Vegetation, low. Lighting, post-processing, low. Lighting is at medium. Depth of field, we can turn that to low. Reflections, we can turn that to low or medium. Let's see. Yeah, much better. Can't believe I ain't look for a custom setting. Wait, did the crew? Now this is the difference between a frame time that's fluctuating and has traversal stutters, and then a frame time that is just fluctuating. This is not a bad experience, even if it's not locked to 60. You know why? Because their frame times are under control. And that's really good to see. It helps a lot. But this, by far, was one of my favorite games I think it was 2 years ago when it came out. Favorite game, for real. I loved it. But it's like an arcadey approach to gameplay. But visually, gameplay-wise, I had a blast. I beat the whole thing. I beat the story mode. I ain't going online that much. But they got an online mode on here too. This is Need for Speed Unbound. But the logo is it's gonna say NFS Unbound right there below. Very arcadey approach to driving, but visual flares were really nice. The gameplay was really nice. I really like this one. So if I was y'all ain't tried it, I would check it out 100%. Well, definitely worth the money. Especially if you want to get racing games. Even if you're not like arcade kind of gameplay, and it had like a real Dark Souls-esque approach to this gameplay loop, because you could lose all your money, you get caught by the police, and you go out, you do races, and then you essentially got to keep going to different races, but your heat meter goes up as you win races. So the AYN Thor, I'm not sure what that is. Is it a handheld? The AYN Thor sounds intimidating. AYN Thor, huh? Interesting. It's like a 3DS. Let me look at this thing. AYN Thor, huh? AYN Thor. Batch 2 pre-order. Best handheld game experience. Okay. It's a Snapdragon CPU and AMOLED. Nice. What do you can play anything on this thing. It's basically like a 3DS though. I can say 100% I never liked the 3DS layout. So that's only $249? Is that true? It's only $250? Huh. With the AMOLED, 120 hertz. Is it truly only? Is it only 250, Chris? Or is this like false? Look, I'm on a site, AYN Tech. Huh. And that's 350, the Pro version. Okay. Oh yeah, I see that one, the Pro. Then there's the Max for 429. Why they don't give me no side by side of like configurations? Or do they? Is it down here? Oh, I see it. The only difference between the Pro and the base is storage and RAM. Okay. Everything else is the same. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, is this an Android? Is this running a or is this like is this a PC? It's an Android, right? Or is this a I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. Is this a full PC? Nah, I can't be a full PC. License costs more than this freaking. I think this is this got to be like a it's running the Snapdragon, so it's got to be an Android. It's Linux. Oh, it supports Linux. Okay. That thing seems smooth. I mean, for what it is, price wise. I don't get into like, I don't know. I don't play that many Android games. I know there's a lot of stuff you can do, emulation stuff. I don't, like, honestly, I got enough new games. I don't even go back to emulation like I should. I got plenty of new games to play. So it's really tough for me to justify a dedicated emulation machine because that's what I think this would be. Because I don't play the old games enough. I'm literally still going through new games. So it's tough for me to say that that I would actually use it. But it depends on the person, you know what I mean? Like, it might be something that you really find justification in. Like, I have set up no emulation on here yet. I set up one emulation, so I know I ain't gonna play it. It's just, like, I got plenty of new stuff I gotta get through. Like, where would I find the time? But, it seemed cool. I never even knew it existed. But that's what it looked like to me. And you could tell me your use case. We can talk about that, but it seemed like it's a emulation machine. A very nice one, though. Oh, you was planning on playing some Steam games on it. So, like Steam OS. Oh, people won't look at you crazy. Yeah, that's a factor of it too. This thing is kind of a large. They're like, bro, what you got? I remember I took this home when I went to visit family and everything. They love this thing. Granted, they was like, bro, what the heck? You brought the whole PC with you? First they laughed at me. Then they played with it. And then they was like, bro, this thing. Because they was playing they little PS Portals. I was like, bro, yeah. I said, you got you a PS Portal? I said, alright. Let me show you something. So I whipped this thing. So I whipped this thing out. They said, what is this? I said this that new. So you don't know nothing about. But yeah, they really liked it at the end of the day. They was like, dang, this thing is really nice. And they liked the that you can play your games natively, because they both were talking about how they gotta pay for the premium subscription, you know, to use it, and they only get the catalog of what PlayStation give them. So they preferred, you know, the native gameplay, and I can run everything. So the Lenovo, this one, it is quite expensive. It's $1,400, but they have one that's $1,000, or at least. But I would just say get the $1,400 one if you can find it on sale, because they sold out like crazy right now. But I still feel like the Legion Go is viable. But I think the big things that I like about this one is the VRR and the OLED, and then the Z2 Extreme is very good at low TDPs now. See, even with this frame time, like, I don't even mind that it's fluctuating, because I don't feel it. Other games, I'm gonna feel it. Like, I don't mind this fluctuating, to be honest. The frame time is that good. And that's why they super important. So this would be my settings. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would just run it like this and let it fluctuate. Frame times are so freaking important. How do you have Final running on Final, or how do you have Final Fantasy Rebirth running? How do I have them running? They're PC games. They're PC games too now, every day. So both you can put them on. You can play them on. They're not just PlayStation exclusives no more. Yeah, you said the same way when it comes to emulation. Backlog of games is already crazy enough. Yep. I ain't got no time and space in my mind for the stuff I played before. I'm like, I played it before. It's kind of like, unless it's really, really good. And you see all that? I don't like that. It's resolving. I don't like how it's resolving right now, but yeah. if I play something before, it's tough for me to run back to it and like try to run through it again. Unless it's like Silent Hill F. You know, those games are meant to be replayed multiple times because they got like different stories and endings. But if it's something like one and done, like a God of War Ragnarok or God of War, I'm like, I played it already, I'm good. I don't need to go back and play it again. But there are some games that just like fun and enjoyable experiences that you can just jump into. But then you want to dedicate more time to it, and you're like, I got other games I gotta play, so it's tough. So it's the if FSR2 at quality is not resolving well, that's crazy. I wonder if I can do Intels. Let me see what Intels look like. It's only when I'm moving the camera. It might not be that though. It might just be the I think the anti-aliasing. See. Appreciate. Oh yeah, no problem, Chris. I stream pretty much 4 days a week. I'll catch you around if you jump back in. Normally it's 9 a.m. to 12 on weekends, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on weekdays, and that's Monday and Tuesday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is when I stream. Why is VSync on? Maybe it's not that, and it's just the texture filtering, but it's on high already. I'm about to leave it like it is. Maybe post-processing. Oh yeah, that's resolving it better. Yeah, that's helping. Okay, I'll take it. Oh no, wait. Is it? Maybe if I do it at ultra. The whole world just feel like it's doing like the whole well, first let me turn it off. See how that goes. So it is something to do with the FSR. And we quality is the best we can do. So let's do that, and then let's turn the filtering to ultra. It's pretty taxing. Let's go back to quality. I mean FSR. See what that do. Reese, this is the 32 gig. It's still resolving weirdly, but because every time, maybe it's the over sharpening effect. Why won't you work? They were jaywalking, eh? Nah. Yeah, it's just gonna have to be that way. Keep that at high. I think we have post-processing. See, why is the anti-aliasing stuck at TAA? Is it because we on FSR? But if I turn it off, what does it do? Which one can I do now? I can do FXAA or TAA. Let's go down to 75. It fixed it, but it's now at 47. Dang it. Definitely still one of my favorite racing games of like in the last 5 years for sure. Oh, Vega, yeah. I did it. I just didn't I didn't post it. 'Cause I went back and went to Destiny on stream. I'm trying to remember what stream that was. And I never went back to that video. I could just repost it. I put that on my to-do list today for the 5 o'clock video. I'll just post Destiny 2 again. So look for it at 5 o'clock, Vega. I just have to go look for it. Because I know I did it. I just don't remember. I don't remember, like, posting it. And I think it was simply enough just lowering the resolution. But I just want to make sure. But I just post it. Just kind of dedicated to PvP or something. I don't know how I do it, but I post it. What? Why is that that? It should be at 80 or 75. So I guess that'll give me to 50. That's it. I mean, this is a 60 FPS game if you use FSR or Intel. I don't want to use those because it's resolving. The anisotropic filtering is creating. It's not resolving the jagged edges well enough for my liking. And honestly, the frame time is so good on this game. I'm okay with playing like this, but I get it. If you want a 60 FPS, you're gonna have to do a. You got to use FSR quality, and even that is going to be fluctuating between 55 and 60. But I don't think you're gonna mind because of the frame time. So let me go ahead for the video and show y'all what I'm talking about. So, graphics wise, we're gonna go here. We have motion blur on, gamma correction at 30%, screen mode is at full screen. We're at 1600 by 1000. VSync is off. Dynamic resolution scaling is off. Upsampler is off. Oh, actually, we might be able to get away with direct this. Hold on, let me see. Dang. Too blurry for my liking. But there's plenty of ways you can see to get to 60. Yeah, too blurry. But there's plenty of ways to get to 60. You can honestly go down to 800p. Let's see what we do if we apply that. Oh. So you could go down to 800p, but this is what the settings would be. Resolution scale. All right, so we got, here's my recommended settings for Need for Speed Unbound. Motion blur is on, colorblind off, camera correction is 30, screen mode is full screen. We had 1280 by 800. I was sitting at 1000 the whole time, which I'm gonna probably go back to, but I recommend 1280, 800 if y'all want a 60 FPS experience. Then we got VSync is off, dynamic resolution scaling is off, upsampler is off due to the fact that it's not resolving, filtering the jagged edges properly. I turned it off. But if you turn it on, you can get FSR quality, and it should be even better performance. Resolution scale is still at 100% because we're sitting at 800p now. HDR mode is auto. Graphics quality is textures medium, shadows medium, texture filtering is high. HBAO for ambient occlusion, effect detail is low, geometry is medium, anti-aliasing is TAA. Terrain is low, vegetation low, post-processing is medium. You can pause, and then we have lighting low, medium, in depth of field low, reflections is medium as well. Optimization on this game was well done actually, so you can really get away with a lot. But this is what I would recommend. Let's see what this game looks like at high settings. Let's turn high, low, high, high. We might have to restart the game. I'm almost certain we do. I just want to see I just want to see something. If I wanted to replace my daily laptop, do you recommend a bigger SSD? Absolutely, Vega. No, I was supposed to stop the whole game. I do feel like this game is a lot more optimized than the other one. This is a really good optimized game. Alright. So a little too intense, obviously, as I expected. Oh my goodness, FXA is terrible. Hmm. Hmm. I don't understand why it won't let me save that. It just won't. Like, no. Let me just go back up. Okay, well, since it won't let me do that, it would be just going down to 800p. And even then, we would need that plus. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm not doing that to myself. It doesn't feel like it's actually taking effect. All of this just to resolve the texturing better. I might as well just play with the. I might as well just let it resolve on its own. Because even though it's supposed to be TAA, every time you move the camera, there's a problem. Yeah. Gotta go back to the city. Will they let me change it? No, it's locked to TAA, of course. But Intel's was heavier. It's with a balance. I still don't like it. I done crashed so many times now. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay. Not much I can do. I'll turn it off. Yeah, that's how I play it. Sorry. It's tough. This one tough too. Even though it's like a better optimized game, it's tough to find like solid settings at a 60 FPS. Because you might as well just go to low. But if you go to low, it loses like so much of its flair. Like the lighting, or at least have some of the lighting still look okay. Like even though you're still getting that boxy pixelated effect, like um because of the reflections, it's still better than, you know, not. Maybe we can go up a little bit on reflections. Am I tripping? It's not reflections. It's not shadows. Shadows are resolving. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I would leave it there, but it's at 40. It's not at 60. So this is tough. My recommended would still be to get to a 60 FPS. I just won't like it, and that's fine. I would probably still play at a 40, but I would recommend 60. So maybe even dropping everything back down to low and not turning ambient occlusion off. Why does it look like nothing changed? Settings changed, not the resolution. Oh, I gotta hit apply. Even then, it's still tough. That still feels good. Let's try to get one thing, and that'll be shadows. Shadows to medium, and geometry and terrain and lighting. This HDR seems to be extremely blown out.
Sorry about that.
Okay, what the heck is happening? That's gamma. I guess I have it on auto. Well, how do you change it? It's just auto. Maybe it's under display. Yeah, this is the best I can do, not for it to like a hot mess. Alright. This is tough, but we gonna leave it at this one for now. I might start this one up again and try to do it again, but I feel like if I go too low on the resolution, you lose. You get more artifacts. If I go too high on the resolution, I lose performance. And in the middle of that is trying to balance graphical detail, because I know how this game's supposed to look, and I'm trying to still resolve for that. Whereas you can probably get accustomed to low settings, but it just feels like I'm losing so much of like a lot of why I like the game a lot, because I played it so much with like the shadows, the visual flair, the effects. I'm losing so much of it like playing at low. So, but honestly, I played it at ultra settings on my PC, so I can, that's understandable. But at least you want a clean image, a very clean image, good for it to resolve at least, but in motion. Like if the picture you're going like this, you're going on a straightaway, you're fine. It's when you start to do any turns is where you see what I don't like, and that's like breakup and like the chain and like the fencing over there. And the only way to resolve that is to put it into a no upscaling. But if you don't do any upscaling, it's going to perform even worse. So I do think the game is optimized well. I won't take that from it. I do think that it also needs FSR 4. And that will kind of resolve probably the issue I'm having right now. Or FSR 3 even. It's only on FSR 2. And I'm sitting at quality. But every time I turn, it's kind of having a hard time resolving what I'm looking for. So it's still going to be enjoyable games. It's still going to be enjoyable to play. It's at 25 TDP though. And you're going to have to compromise, obviously, on settings, which is fine. For some reason, it will not let me stick to a this upscaler. It won't let me, if I'm just not using any upscaling, it won't let me lower the percentage of the screen percentage, which usually helps with performance, but it won't let me do it. So that's another thing that we need to look into, test out. But so far, here are my settings. We got motion blur on, colorblind off, gamma correction at 30%, screen mode is at full screen, screen resolution is 1600 by 1000, VSync is off. We have upsampler is at FSR 2 quality, sharpening is at 50%, HDR mode is auto, graphics is custom, texture medium, shadow medium, texture filtering is low, which again, it doesn't help with what I'm trying to solve for. Ambient occlusion is SSAO, effects detail is low, geometry is medium, terrain quality is low, vegetation detail is low, post-processing is low, lighting is medium, depth of field is low, reflections are low. Let's just put this on, filtering on up to high, just anyway, it doesn't matter, but let's put it up to high anyway. So I know it's not going to resolve all of it, but maybe it'll help soothe it a little bit. But that's pretty much it on this game. It's going to fluctuate, but because the frame time is actually steady, you don't feel it. You got VRR, I'll play it like that. If you really need a 60, drop the resolution and keep tinkering. But I'm very comfortable playing it like this, especially when you get on the highways. You're going to be at 60. It's just when you get in the cities. But luckily for you, they optimized at least the game's frame times in order to stay steady. So you shouldn't see it or feel it as you play. Dang. And then when you get into the highways and the outside the city, you'll see your frame rate go up. But shouldn't matter at that point. At that point, you should be immersed in the video game itself. And I think that overall, you will still find enjoyment with this one. Hopefully with more optimization to the drivers, you'll still see some better performance later down the line. If you're really into this game, 60 FPS is the way to go, so you're going to have to compromise and make it blurry. But for me, I'm comfortable where it is. You can do dynamic resolution scaling, but I feel like theirs is a little too aggressive to be a suggestion. Theirs is just aggressive. It's going to lower it a lot, and I don't like that, so I left it off. That's pretty much it. That's a lot to say to get to the end, but overall, this is a really fun game. I think anybody that's like really into racers should check it out. I enjoyed it thoroughly. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. I'll be on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. Going through a few more games. I'm gonna probably try to play around with Need for Speed a little bit more, see if I can get something better. But honestly, I think this is going to be as good as it gets. But we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Appreciate y'all sticking by, watching, liking the stream, doing all that stuff to make the algorithm like me more. I appreciate it. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. And thanks again. I'm about to go get me some breakfast. Peace.